and a half because Alabama coming in at 11 right now. Nick Saban, of course, making all the headlines this week. Look, they do have Bryce Young. They have Will Anderson there. The number, as I mentioned, Emory, it is set at 11. How do you feel about the Bulldogs with this number? Or, excuse me, sorry, Crimson Tide.
Hey, forget everything I just said about Georgia and not trusting the number and going over with Alabama because I feel like they could run the table. Jamar Gibbs, to me, coming in from Georgia Tech, he's a sleeper Heisman candidate, in my opinion, one of the best running backs in the country. He's a lot like Alvin Kamara. You add that game breaker to which to be a fantastic passing game, and Alabama can pick up right where they left off. They have the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. They're still going to be very good on defense. Will Anderson could even be a Heisman candidate. So this is a team, I feel like they lost a championship. They're angry. They're upset. You could hear Saban in that press conference. So I expect Alabama to hit the ground running this season.
Yeah, I'm going to go over too. It's the hook that makes all the difference, right? There's such a big difference between 11 and 11 and a half. And yeah, if I push at 11, okay, I will pay that big off. It's fine. Going over 12-0 with that schedule, with the two best players in America, with the greatest coach of all time, with a coach that clearly wants to go out and prove a point after what happened last year, I'll take the over with Alabama because I do think they probably will run the table, but if they don't, then I push at 11. I think a push or a 12-win season is far more likely than a 10-win season. So I'll go over.
Okay, so I just want to say before we get to the next team, like there's a significant drop-off in the win total here. But I do want to mention when it comes to the playoff and the national championship, would you take Georgia or Alabama versus the field? Georgia or Alabama is minus 130. The field is plus 100. Barrett, which way would you go here?
I get plus 100 on the field. I'll take that all day long because you give me Ohio State, you give me your Oklahoma Sooners, you give me Clemson, you give me a team like Oklahoma State, maybe USC now that it's got Jordan Addison can jump up there. So I understand when you look at Georgia or Alabama versus the field, like the one thing that in that bet you have to consider also is that there might not be a spot for one of them in the college football playoff. So depending on how the rest of the landscape sort of works out. So I will take the field. There's a lot of really good teams out there that have the ability to take the title this year. I think Ohio State primarily is the one that I think a lot of folks are going to talk about. Don't sleep on Clemson. So I'll take the field, especially with that value.
Definitely taking the field because one team you didn't mention plays right in the SEC is LSU. People are sleeping on the Tigers this season. That's one to keep an eye on. But you're right. USC is there. I won't say Oklahoma. I know Amanda is waiting for everyone to say Oklahoma. Not happening. But I will say Ohio State is probably another one that's a strong national title contender.
I will say we had Brady Quinn on yesterday, and he put Oklahoma long shot there to go to the college football playoff. Barrett did not. He did not. He had the Clemson Tigers there. All right. Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.